You never know what's going to happen with Kanye's albums. By the third song, you're like, all right, I get it, Drake. It's like, who hurt you?
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the bang.
When the sun goes down, the music turns up. A whole new world opens up behind the velvet rope. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the nightlife world.
Are you ready?
DJ Jason Smith, Jeff London. I'm the promoter, he's the DJ podcast, live from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Episode 25.
25, my friend.
Jason's too busy right now.
Yo, I'm making money, son. I'm not.
How you feeling? You good?
Dude, I'm awesome, bro.
That's great to hear.
How are you?
I'm great.
I gotta be honest with you. I got a little worried about myself a few weeks ago, though.
You back?
I'm back. I needed to step away for a minute. Like I said, man, it was just going so fast, so quickly.
So quick.
I started feeling burnt out. It just became like I got tired of playing the same fucking shit for a minute, dude. Even though I love these Wednesday parties that we're doing, it was just like, again, I'm not acclimated to being in a fucking club 5 days a week.
Right. But you better get it soon.
I know. I needed some time off. I needed to breathe. I needed to take in some of the fresh air.
Did you breathe?
The weather broke a little bit, so it was like, so hot the last few weeks that I had to go out in the woods and, smoke some pot and listen to my hippie music and see my people at the parking lot at the Grateful Dead shows.
The show is awesome.
Amazing. John Mayer is he really is shining. And I hate to admit that, because he's John Mayer, but yeah, it's great to see the Dead. I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan. I know it's not the Dead, it's Dead and Company, but to just be able to, I needed that time to reset everything, and I actually had that time this weekend to reset.
I like that.
And I came in, I felt, even my first day back was I with you Saturday?
Yeah, I was with you Saturday.
I thought I had a fucking amazing set. It's because I just needed just something so simple as that, taking 2 days for myself. Usually my therapist goes, so what do you do for yourself when you're not working? What do you do for Jason? And I go, I'm working so much on my 2 days off, I don't fucking leave the couch.
Yeah.
He goes, but that's not really
doing for yourself. Yeah.
No, I don't take vacations. I don't have vacation days. I've been on 2 vacations. I'm old, but I'm not that old. But in my whole career, I've probably been on 2 vacations my entire life. Disney World, and I went to Jamaica once. That's it, bro.
Yeah, you need a vacation.
I don't have insurance. I don't have vacation days. I don't get paid time off. If I take a gig off, that's somebody else that could step in and take that gig away from me.
You still need your downtime, though.
You
need
do, but it's just like, so I needed that. I feel great. I'm ready to roll, man.
I like that.
I'm ready to start the new week. Got a whole week lined up. I'm at Empire tonight for that Wednesday party that I love. Shout out to everybody that comes out Wednesdays at Empire in Boston. Tomorrow I'm with Fabulous. Is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah, Friday I'm at Empire again, and Saturday I'm at the Grand in Boston, and Sunday I'm at Memoir in Boston.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
solid week.
Solid week with my friends.
Chase B's with you on Sunday.
Yeah, we actually in a little group chat together. We actually never met.
Ooh.
So it'd be nice to meet him. He used to do Thursday nights at Up and Down with my friend Justin Crow. Shout out Justin Crow. And they Chase had his own party on Thursday. I believe it was Thursdays. I could be wrong. Justin, let me know if I'm wrong. So I'm excited for that. You know what I mean? It'll be a dope weekend. It seems like it's gonna be a hip hop weekend.
I like that
for me. I think so. But I'm gonna play some weird shit tonight, and I'm gonna play some weird shit on Friday and Saturday. But Sunday's gonna be hip hop. So yeah, that's what's up, man.
I like that. Well, let's get into the question of the week. Speaking of the week,
yeah, man. I really Jeff. these questions are great from you guys, man. Like, these questions are good. And I have an add-on question. I'm going to go to my DMs real quick.
All right.
So go ahead, hit with the first question.
As you know,
this is amazing.
we love to party.
We do?
What's the best hangover cure? Because we are experts at partying. We are expert drinkers. What is your go-to?
I don't get paid to DJ. I get paid to drink.
Samesies.
Okay, this is a great question. Because there's been so many attempts.
Yes.
Because all we want to do is figure this fucking question out.
100%.
Best hangover cure. I kind of went away from it. And I tried different things. I first, when I was younger, which was like 5 years ago, I would do the Advil thing. Go home after drinking, take Advil, wake up feeling okay, take another Advil. I stopped doing that for some reason because I thought I needed electrolytes. I found in Vegas they had these hangover pill drinks that you drink, and they really worked. And all that's in it is potassium. So it's like almost just eat a banana. So then I started doing the banana electrolyte thing, and now I'm back. Oh, charcoal too. Charcoal really helps because it sucks up, absorbs everything. You know what I mean? Charcoal. The best hangover cure for me is fucking water and Advil, for sure. Pedialyte too, but
a double cheeseburger.
Ooh, that greasiness. Oh, my favorite hangover cure. My favorite hangover cure would probably be a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh yeah,
Booyaka shot. Take that one, Rick Ross.
Yeah, Pedialyte and something greasy is the way to go.
Oh,
man.
And then like 8 o'clock at night, you start like, oh, that was a bad idea. Milk was a bad idea. That's amazing.
Well, so what's your question?
So, I didn't find it, bro. What's the second one over here?
The second one is for you.
Okay.
Well, it could be for me too.
I like how you say that. It sounds so like, guess what, Jason? I have a gift. It's for you. It sounded so Christmassy. Like
well, here's your
you
Christmas
should be a good
present.
Santa. You should be a good Santa.
Well, my beard is getting kind of white.
I mean, we could color it, dude.
Yeah, we could.
You're not that fat as you were, so it's like not gonna be really like a
jolly old man.
No, you'd just be like a medium jolly old man.
Medium set. What's the best way to get ready for a long set? I've often, and I've been behind the scenes, I've seen you stretch it out. I've seen you fix some crates.
Yeah, I do a lot.
Do you stretch every night?
I stretch every morning for sure.
But before the sets?
Yeah, I try to stretch. I've been doing this a long time, and bending, the equipment's always not to this greatest height in the world. So it reflects back to me seeing this dude in my neighborhood in Astoria, and I used to see him walking down the street all the time, and he'd walk, and he had a hunchback and just looked at the sidewalk, and when he'd cross the street, he'd have to stop and like lift his head up, but his back didn't move. And I was like, fuck, that could be me, dude. I was like, I got to fix this. So, I'm working on my posture. Ricky is a good friend of mine, Ricky Greenstein. And he's like, dude, your posture sucks.
Oh, mine's terrible.
Oh, so I'm trying to work on that so much. So stretching helps that and helps me not, do so much. And I do fix a lot of crates as far as like always. A good thing is I started playing in the technology for speakers have changed over the years. So if you play like a smaller bit rate of a song and compare it to a 320 bit rate song, you could hear the difference. So as far as fixing crates goes, that's what I try to do. I try to clean it up. At one point, if you typed in Tribe Called Quest scenario, you're going to get 12 MP3s of it.
That's pretty ridiculous. You clean that up?
Yeah, man, I had to. It's taken years. Years. You don't even know. And then I got so anal to the point where I'm adding like the album artwork and shit. It's like so dumb. What the fuck is wrong with me? That's why I'm in therapy.
Well,
The question. The card carver. Your boy.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out the card carver.
Shout out Tommy Fellows.
So he had a question for you and me. Donda or what was Drake's? See, I don't even know Drake's. What was Drake's album? Certified Lover Boy. Which one was it for you, Jeff?
C, none of the above.
If it ain't Rick Ross, I ain't trying to hear this shit.
They were both all right. I mean, I like Donda, but it's too ahead of its. Well, not ahead of its time, but I think it's trying to be too ahead of its time. Certified Lover Boy is just I'm gonna hear it for like 10 more years, so I didn't really listen to it that much. Which one did you like better?
My answer would be Kanye's Donda.
Okay.
The reason being, I've spoken about this on the show before. I am a Drake fan.
Yeah.
Lyrically dope. Somebody wrote the best thing the other day. Somebody wrote, Kanye has the best beats, Drake has the best verses. That should be the best of both worlds.
We thought, imagine.
Drake on Kanye beats. I thought Nas being on Kanye beats was fire.
Drake. Yeah. Maybe they're setting up, this beef is just setting
Maybe
up
it
for
is.
this.
Oh my God. All right. So I picked Donda because I didn't know where it was going. It was like a fucking adventure book. Like, ooh, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Drake, by the second song, I was like, oh my God.
I know what's going to happen.
Every song, respect to Drake. Smart dude. He makes music for women. I DJ for women. I get it. Drake made an album for that purpose.
Yeah.
It was intimate. I felt Kanye's album was more intimate. And it was just, dude, that jail record with is that the right
Jay-Z.
record? No, the one with Buju. I think it's Buju. Is it Buju Banton on it?
No.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh, it was the fucking got me looking up shit. It was the one that with the Lauryn Hill sample.
Oh, yeah. That's an awesome sample.
Yeah, but I think Buju is on it. Believe what I say it is. There's a part where the record completely changes up and goes into like a reggae part.
Really? I got to listen to it again. I don't even know if Buju...
Dude,
Wow.
it's fucking
All right,
dope.
we'll listen
You
to
never
it right
know
now.
what's going to happen
True.
with Kanye's albums and with Donda. And you kind of like, by the third song, you're like, all right, I get it, Drake. It's like, who hurt you?
Yeah.
But I did have the opportunity to listen to the Andre 3000 Kanye record. Did you hear that yet?
I haven't heard that yet. That's a good one.
My God. Andre 3000 is a fucking beast.
Yeah,
That's why
he is.
that's why Drake did that, because he thought it was a great record and it needed to be heard.
Yeah.
They said it was record of the year.
Wow. I got to hear that.
Dude, it's so fire. Yeah, man. So that's the questions of the week.
I love that. Question of the
Awesome.
week.
One time, all our fans, please keep writing us, man.
Thank you,
you
guys.
for the questions. I got hit up on my DM. I love it. Keep the questions coming. I hope we answered them well for you, man. With that being said,
Yeah.
check out my guy.
I'ma get on your. I'ma get on your. I'ma get on your in a minute and review this piece of shit place.
Well, if you don't know by now, it's Jeff London and I's favorite segment of the show. It is Dirty Yelp Reviews.
Terrible Yelp reviews about nightclubs, bars, and everything in between.
We should do one with the jails that I said. The Yelp reviews of jails. It's so funny. We should start a Yelp review of bathrooms.
That could be a good one, actually. Yeah.
All right, let's go, dude.
All right, Nick G.
Nick A.
1 star is too much. You mob couldn't organize a route in a brothel with a fistful of 50s. Useless as tits on a bowl. The security was rude to guests for no reason and physically pushing guests. If you want a bad experience and to be mucked around, then come to this bar. Absolutely disgraceful.
Wow, Jeff, that was really good. I hope they put this one on the screen because 1 star is too much. And you mob couldn't organize with N-I-S-E.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's how you spell it.
No, it's not. Isn't there a Z in organize?
Hurley.
That's like the English way of, like the British way of spelling it.
Really?
Maybe it's from Britain. I don't know. England.
Maybe.
Guess I'm fucking wrong. Look, I learned something today. What'd you learn today? I learned organize in the British way. Like, where the fuck did you come up with? Where would you? What do you go to? What do you like? How did you come?
Well, it's like they spell color differently. It's C.
How do you know this?
O-U-R.
Did you live there?
No, I don't know.
Hurley.
That's amazing. One time for Hurley, dog.
All right, we got another one.
Let's go.
Sarah G. So bad, like
So bad.
so bad, like so bad. I need a new word for bad. Came here for a Young Money party. Was on the press list. Was ushered in.
All right, seems like so far so good.
And out and in and out, having to go through security each time, and was felt up beyond belief by security. Finally, Drake and Tyga are up in VIP, so I get to get escorted back. This huge bouncer denied me entrance, even after Young Money publicist tells him to let me through. I show my press ID. I moved up one step and the bouncer grabbed my arm, cursed me out, and threw me down the stairs. Sorry, I'm not some groupie and trying to get in VIP. If this is how you treat professionals, I don't even want to know what it would be like been like as a regular patron here. The owners of blank should be ashamed of themselves.
First of all, I don't even think it was like their situation. I think that was Drake's or Tiger's security.
100%. Yeah.
If you're gonna get that close to an artist that's coming in, that's probably likely not the club security.
Yeah, and you're showing your press ID, like, I'm part of the press. Yay, let me in.
Yay.
Sarah, denied.
Denied. We need a womp, womp, womp.
All right, the final one, we got Lewis.
Oh, my God, this one's amazing already, I can tell.
That shit is whack ass fucking fucking fuckery there. Entrance whack, dance floor whack, table service whack, sound quality whack, booth service whack. First time there last night, and that shit was the last because that shit was, well, whack.
It says W-A-C-K.
Yeah, whack.
That needs to be a new song right there.
Shit is whack.
Shit is whack.
Fuckery there. Entrance whack, dance floor whack, table service whack, sound quality whack, booth
There you
service
go.
whack. Whack.
Shit is wiggity, wiggity, whack.
Oh man,
That was good, Jeff. Man, you always knock out the box. Yeah, we got an interview this week, right?
we got an interview with a legend,
My
in the
good
New York,
friend.
and Jason's good friend from New York City.
I don't know. James Hwang, y'all.
Let's do it.
James Hwang, New York City high-end club promoter. But are you a club promoter? What's the right title? What does James Hwang do? You tell us.
The man behind a lot of hot spots in NYC.
Yeah, he is.
Rose Bar, Box, Blonde, Somewhere Nowhere. Let's welcome him first.
James Hwang, y'all. One time,
Woo.
my friend for over 10 years.
Over 10 years, man. I call you Boogie.
I love it. All my OGs call me Boogie.
Only your real friends call you Boogie.
That's
right?
it.
Very true.
So the reason why I wanted to have my good friend James Hwang on the show was, one, because he's an amazing man. Two, I thought it'd be awesome to see the difference between what James does, what you do, the difference between nightclubs in New York and the way we do it in Boston. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I thought it'd be a great combo. So
Well, first of all, welcome.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to. So when people call Boston a secondary city, is that offensive?
No.
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 I'm from Philadelphia originally, so like when people say secondary city, I actually take that with like pride. You know, like it's not New York, it's not LA. You know what I mean? It's not even Miami, obviously, right?
no,
Right,
I
but-
think all those cities have their own swag in totally different ways.
Yeah, but I think Boston, I mean, it's still up there in terms of nightlife, is getting better in terms of nightlife, is totally
So
up there in
whenever-
terms of sports.
Sports, yeah,
Whenever
different story.
people ask me like what the difference is between like a city like Boston or Philadelphia as opposed to New York is that, you know, there's a certain level of like refinement that like that this city has that other cities just can't do. It's just like impossible. You know what I mean? Like you could have like the tightest place in Philadelphia, it just wouldn't work.
No,
You
the
know what I
same
mean?
thing up
Like-
here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because people like, you know, people think differently. They don't want to pay X amount of money or they don't
Right.
want to dress up a certain way. You know what I mean? Like you definitely get people going to the club wearing sandals sometimes, right?
But
We don't allow that,
we
but
don't
yeah,
allow it.
yes,
But
but
we
it's
have. If, for instance, if you came to one of our high-end venues and you had sandals on, instead of losing you as a client completely, we have other places where we could place you.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't know anywhere to put people like that, you know? So like part of what I do is like I educate people on how it is to go out in New York City, right? Because some places are like all right. I love taking care of people, like whether it's, you know, Joe Schmo that has $100 to spend or, you know, douchebag A who's looking to spend 10K, right? I think that, you know, everybody should enjoy themselves, you know, when they go out. And when someone calls me, whether it's like someone sliding in my DMs on Instagram or a good friend who's entrusted me with, you know, their birthday or a special night, you know, I try to treat everything with the same type of mentality, you know, like they want to go out and enjoy themselves.
I love
whether they can do it with me or they can do it at the bar around the corner, right? I like to give people a realistic expectation of what to expect. You know what I mean? And I don't want to belittle anyone, whether, like I said, the budget's $100 or $1,000 or $10,000. I've done it all you can possibly imagine. So like, yeah. So to explain what I do, I take care of people. You know,
I love that.
People. That's it.
That's amazing.
And it happens to be in nightlife.
And that's
it happens to be a higher end nightlife too.
Yeah. And you've been in this business for so long, and I've seen so many people come and go so quickly. And there's a reason why you're still here, and others aren't.
Because I'm a fucking cockroach. That's why.
Not only that, but you're a great dude, man, and you take your job seriously.
Things. If the world ended today, there'd be two things left standing, right? Cockroaches and Marquee.
That's pretty good.
I mean that in a good way.
So going in on that, so the past 3 months, how has New York nightlife been?
You know, I make this analogy as well a lot. Anyone who asks me, like, oh my God, New York City's back. You know, I'm sure you see that. Like, oh my God, New York City's back. Like, it's thriving. I'm like, it's always been here. We just haven't had the opportunity to open. You know, we have to, you know, follow the rules and like, you know, do your part, all that, you know, rhetoric, which, you know, I agree for the most part. Our industry was hit harder than, you know, like you guys understand. Our industry was hit harder than anybody else.
Oh yeah. We had no support from anything. Yeah.
Exactly. What we do is what we weren't supposed to do last year. You know, bring people together, drinking, dancing together indoors.
Yeah.
What we do is not essential. So bartenders, promoters, busboys, waitresses, DJs, managers, whatever, like we were forgotten. And a lot of people pivoted to other things. So like, and then there's some of us who kind of like, you know, stayed low and just focused on different things. And then when we had the opportunity to do so, we try to do it, you know, like, you know, New York City, we had, you know, 12 a.m. shut off indoors, and then 10 p.m. And then close, and then 11 p.m. and then 12 a.m. and then 4 a.m. Right. And like, people are wild. You know, it's like, you know, they always say the roaring 20s. Yeah, it is the roaring 20s. But at the end of the day, I like to say it's like being a drug dealer at a rehab. You know, like people.
Wow.
People are wild, man.
I agree.
I'm not saying I'm like something special or anything, but like it's like being a hot girl, right? Like you ever look at a hot girl's DMs? It's fucking wild,
crazy.
right? You should see my
it's the insanest stuff that they get sent to them.
I have a few porn star friends, and then one time they showed me their DMs. I'm like, Jesus Christ, really?
It's gross. It's like a men's bathroom.
It's fucking wild, and it's the same thing for me. People want to go out. People like are thirsty, you know, like people, and not only that, but people want to spend money. It's like they just like it's not the same. Like number one, there's fewer venues open, and there's so, you know, like the most recent one opening is the Blonde. The Blonde just opened up like
2 weeks ago, right?
You know, like 3 weeks ago officially, and now, you know, like, and they were the last entrance, and then, you know, hopefully, you know, something like the Box will open at some point this year, if not early next year. But yeah, I mean, like whenever anything opens up, whether it's something that was kind of like has been like a venue, you know, like something that was like not as dope as it used to be. Like when they open up, it was like crack. You know, people like had to go. Like when Catch Roof opened up, and I was Catch, don't get me wrong. When Catch Roof opened up, they did numbers with like a quarter room of just the outdoor area, and I was like, what? People are spending that money out just outside?
Yeah, we even see it here. That we had one of the best months ever last month, and it's just of people just wanting to go out and spending. I agree on that. It's pretty crazy.
The mentality is like, you know, like I said, I mean, the optics are what they are. And, you know, like before, if you went out last year, people like, you had to hide it from your story. You like the very DL, but now people are like, you know what, let's go. Like, you know, I mean, New York City has been over it for the most part. And if you're not, like, hey, don't go out. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
everybody has that option.
don't go out. Like, I'm sorry, like let people enjoy themselves. And I, a big part of what I'm, you know, when people say, oh my God, New York City's back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing it back one bottle of Casamigos at a time, you know, one bottle. There's
Reposado.
There's a legit Reposado shortage because of this guy.
Yeah.
So we're having this shortage up here also.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's wild, man. Yo, I was at Little Sister last night. They're like, yo, we're out of tequila.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Fucking out of tequila.
Yeah.
It's like only high end stuff because that's expensive, right? But anything like Casamigos or like anything like that, I mean, you have to drink Patron.
Ugh.
Those days are over for me, thank God.
So how'd you get started in nightlife? You say you're from Philly. Did you get started in Philly, or were you just starting in New York?
Originally, I got started because I was in a fraternity in college, and you know, like basically all you had to do was just go and try to bring freshman girls to the frat house, right? And it kind of evolved from there, where it was like I really got into music, and I would mix CDs, you know, like MP3s and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would make like the CDs for the late nights. We call them late nights, like where you play beer pong and flip cup with girls.
Right.
You're just
After parties.
Yeah. You're basically trying to get girls drunk so you get like hook up, to be honest, right? So that's where it started. But after I graduated, it kind of like, you know, I went back to Philadelphia, and I was looking for jobs, and I was just going out, and obviously I had no money. You know, I could afford a beer and maybe a shot. That was like my budget, right? But we went out so much, me and my friends, that were like, yo, why don't we throw parties? You know, like we know people, I know DJs. And it started kind of like off like that, just bare bones, just we invite some friends, we charge like $10 at the door, and like hopefully have like $200, like, you know, so we can like go out, you know.
That's a very organic, yeah.
It was honestly a love of music and just like trying to like meet people, because you're so young and you just want to meet people. Right. You want to like, it wasn't even networking at the time. You know, you're not even thinking of like networking.
No, you just want to have fun. Yeah.
You're just looking to have fun. So that's how it started. And, you know, I would throw these parties like once a month, twice a month, and like, you know, in Philadelphia. But when I moved to New York, I had to leave that behind, because I came to New York to work at a design firm. And, you know, that was my focus. My focus was on my job. My focus was not on throwing parties, but you know, people knew that I threw parties in Philadelphia, and they're like, yo, why don't you help us out? And I think Jason knew me at this time, but I was like, it was the Asian scene. So it wasn't even the scene that I'm doing now. And like, basically, you know, I met these Asian promoters, and they were like, yo, like, you know what you do. We would love to have you on. And like, you know, they would, you know, make me like a partner with their parties. And it started like that. And I did that for a couple of years, and like once a week, twice a week sometimes. And I found it to be very monotonous. It was just very like, it was like the same people. Right. I was going to the same venues. I wasn't exposed to anything else. Like I remember, I mean, Jason used to come to this club with me, but it was called Pink Elephant on 27th Street.
Oh, one of my favorite. I remember go Thursdays.
It was one of my favorites, like legendary, bro. But honestly, like I have this still. Like,
I missed that room. That room was so fun,
I mean,
dude.
So like, you know, I got exposed to like a Wednesday night, and I remember thinking to myself, people go on Wednesdays? Like, all I knew was like Thursday happy hour, right. Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
that's all I knew. Which is the case in a lot of secondary cities, right? They don't have weekday stuff, right? If you do like a Monday, Tuesday, that's like wild, you know, like who goes out? But New York City, it's like 7 days a week.
Of course.
So I found it. I got intoxicated. I was like, holy shit! What is this? What is this? Who are these people?
And like, it's a totally different scene too from the weekend and weekdays.
What is this music that I'm hearing?
Yeah.
You know, like and I just got so intoxicated with it that I left the other scene behind, because I was like, this is new. This is exciting. Like, I want to be a part of this somehow. Right.
Yeah.
And luckily I got fast tracked, because the owner of that place, Bobby Montwade, he took me under his wing. For some reason, he just like really genuinely liked me. And he let me sit at his table, which is the owner's table. Right. And like, people treated me different because of this guy, guy was the owner. And I got to sit with him and do whatever I want. So I was like, and at that time, like, I didn't even understand the concept of what like promoting was, because I came from that background of Philadelphia, where it's like, you know, you invite your friends, they wait in line, they pay cover. Some people don't pay cover, but like most people pay cover.
Right.
And you go and buy your own drinks. You know what I mean? Like, you're not like here's a table.
Yeah.
Like here's some bottles.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like that. And so I got exposed to that there. I remember just thinking to myself, I mean, you're with the owner, so you're drinking like the top end stuff. You're not drinking those shitty $10 bottle of vodka. So I'm sitting with the owner with like magnums of Moet, like fucking like Grey Goose and whatever, right? People didn't even drink tequila at the time. It was like Jameson. And I got really fat because like I was drinking like vodka tonics, you know what I mean? It's like an open bar, right?
Yeah,
you don't know. You're just like, vodka tonic, champagne, you know? So I got like chubby cheeks at the time if you look back in the day. So I got exposed to that. So I didn't even know what it was. And he was kind of like, yo, James, take my table. I'm not coming in tonight. I'm like, take your table. What does that mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I would be like calling like every bad girl that I knew, which I didn't know that many at the time. And I would just be like, you know, I only knew, it's funny, I only knew Asian girls at the time, right? Because I was coming from the Asian party scene. So like I like picked like the top, you know, like the hottest girls that I knew. And I created like a super group. I swear to God, it was like the hottest fucking Asian girls in New York City. And people like noticed, you know, they're like, yo, what are you doing like Friday nights or Saturday nights? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just here hanging out. I said, you can get paid by just bringing just girls. Like, don't people have to pay cover? You know what I mean? So it was like a learning experience. And that was, I think that was like 2007. Mm-hmm. And then, I left my job subsequently, not because of anything related to that. It was just, I was over it. And then I never looked back.
Wow.
It just evolved over the years in terms of, you know, where I am now in this business, which it's very hard to explain what I do, but it's very specific. But yeah.
You're like a networker guy. You connect people together and you provide services.
Honestly, I deal with people. You know, when people ask me what I do, I deal with people. And obviously, you have to have a certain type of network to do what I do. It's not like I just deal with. You know,
you have to. You have to have a black book, man. Absolutely. I always say
you have to know. First off, I mean, number one, you have to know babies. You have to know babies, right? And so a lot of what I do is you know, meeting girls in a lot of ways, but also like keeping relationships with people. Like if I showed you my phone is like, I don't know, man, 10,000 deep. It's got to be, right? But like, I still am friends with people I've known for 10 plus years, like you.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I was working. James sent over a couple guys that were in town, and he just connects people that he's not even really involved with at that moment. But his buddies were in town. Like, can you hook them up? Yeah.
You know, whether you make money off it or not, they are all relationships. Like this past weekend in Vegas, you know, a girl, beautiful model girl, right? She's there for a wedding party, and like there's 6 like beautiful girls, and I make sure that if they want to go out in Vegas, that they get connected to the right people,
right?
The right people that give them the right type of treatment that they deserve, because they're probably the hottest girls like out in that club, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sending them to the bosses, and I'm like, yo, dance floor table, comp bottle, limo ride, whatever, you know what I mean? And I don't do that for like I'm getting paid. I don't do it for money, but you know what? These girls understand that I am looking out for them no matter what.
Of course.
You know, and like I keep that very like that type of thing. Like when people need something, I don't mind if they reach out to me. Like obviously, like some people are wild with it. Well, they ask me, but yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, we talk about that a lot lot relationships.
Yeah, that's how you build relationships, and
you know, the guys
them.
I send Jason, the guys I send Jason are, you know, with a baseball team, and you know, when they travel, they call me. They're like, "Yo, James, I'm in the city. Do you know anybody?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I know someone." You know, "Hey, James, I want to get coffee in Chicago. Do you know a place?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do know a place in Chicago you can get coffee." You know what I mean? Like I know I have athletes come here in New York, and obviously I'm the one that called, but they're like, "Hey, I need a driver," and I'm like, "I know Carmelo Anthony's ex-driver. I can take care of you. Don't worry."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of stuff I do on a regular basis, man. It's just the randomest things that I do, and it's not like I said, when people ask what I do, it's like, yeah, I'm a promoter, right? I go to clubs. I bring people who spend money, but like that, a monkey could do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What you do is way more than that. Yeah.
When you understand the nuance of the things that you have to do, the relationships you have to have with the venue, with the door person, with the manager, with the owner, with the busboys, with the waitresses, with the DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can have good relationships with all those people, and you know that no matter what, if you're there, you're not, your people would be taken care of, whether that's your friend, your client, some babies, whatever, man. You just know. That's it.
I love that.
And that's
Amazing. One time, man.
Yeah, I love that. So now that we talked, you mentioned Marquee earlier, and you mentioned some smaller clubs.
Well, James was a known world traveler, and this kid is like everywhere every week eating some shit somewhere else.
I love that.
To the point where I was upstate visiting my family, and James hits me up. He's like, "Yo, are you by this place?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll be at your house in 15 minutes."
That's amazing.
Dude.
It wasn't 15 minutes. It was like the dead of winter. I remember that.
It was
shit.
no, it was like either Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Homer, New York, right? That's what
No,
it was.
I was in Binghamton, New York. Binghamton, but you were heading out to a Homer, yeah,
I think I was
dude.
in Homer, New York.
So
Yeah.
what do you like better, a small 200 person place, or you like the mega club?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I love small and exclusives.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I love a place where I can say no to everybody.
Yeah.
I love it. Man.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
The big clubs,
You
we
know
try to
what? Like,
get everybody through the door. Yeah.
I just love a place where you have to come correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I like that.
You
I
can
hate being
control
a
it.
place where I see people I don't want to be around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that to me is like, I'm not saying anything like you're not good enough, whatever.
No,
but
not
I
at
like-
all. Yeah, yeah.
I like seeing dope ass people that add value, right? If you're a guy and you're out and you're not adding value, and that value could be anything, right? Then what are you doing now? Do you know what I mean? What are you doing now? You ain't spending no money. You ain't
Stealing
bring no
girls.
girl, you ain't looking to fly.
Yeah.
You're looking to mooch.
Right.
You're looking to mooch. You're looking to like just take, right? I recognize people who all they do is take. If you're adding value, you can fuck with me.
I love
If you're not
that.
adding value, yo, the bar is that way.
I like that. I
But
like
that's
that.
that's very true, and I try to say that on this show, and I try to say that, bring that up in meetings. There's such a difference between the mega clubs in the smaller venues, and I do prefer the smaller venues. Also, I prefer DJing Monday through Thursday more than I appreciate DJing Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
And it's not because it's because of anything. It's just because I can paint with different colors of paint during the week.
when you did Rose Bar and the Blonde, like, I mean, I'm sure you like that better than maybe like doing some big ass room, you know?
Yeah,
Or, like,
I'm kind of constricted to what I have to play in a big room. In a smaller room, I could play around a little differently than I do in a main room, and I like to be a little bit more creative. In the mega clubs, I kind of got to just stick to what the people in the club want to hear instead of creating a vibe. You know what I mean?
So going on that in music, besides Jason, give us 4 of your top DJs.
I could tell you one. He's going to say right now.
Oh man, that's a hard one, man. It's really weird. Like people always think I'm a DJ because all my friends are DJs, you know? It's like
James loves
like,
DJ.
I even fucking look like it. I guess I look like a DJ right now.
He's got like 18 DJs DJing his birthday party in 2
I
weeks.
just saw that.
I got 8 on my birthday. You know what? That's an interesting question. I mean, I love Jason. I've always loved Jason.
We've done mixtapes together and everything.
Yeah, we've done. I could show you. It's
Yeah,
somewhere around. Like I said, it changes all the time. You know, like I fuck with Equal a lot right now. Shout out to my boy Elliot.
I love Equal,
Crooked.
dude.
Crooked
Yeah.
is in town.
I
He's
knew
a
you were
New
going to
Yorker.
say Crooked.
Biggest. Crooked's the man, man. That dude.
He is.
That dude,
This is my guy.
hits.
He's such a great
That
guy.
dude hits. You know, I love the cleverness of like Dexter Love and like Chris Bachman. I think they're dope. I think Rick Wonder is fucking killing it. You know, like all these guys I go back so long with, like MVM, Nick, Neil Jackson. I mean, those are guys that I can always count on. Fresh is, you know, always the OG favorite of mine. Right now, you know, Marty plays coming up a little bit, and I've been trying to help him like get to that like level where I think he could play these certain rooms that I'm in.
At Sapphires, I was really impressed. He's a
man.
very sweet kid too, man. We had a great conversation.
How do you get the Sapphire belt? The championship belt. How do you get that? Uh-oh. He might be going to get it right now.
He leaves it in the bathroom.
Oh, wow. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, at me, yeah.
Wow. The
No,
championship
honestly,
belt, Sapphire.
This came out as just a joke. Honestly, it came out as a joke because like this is what you get for like bachelor parties if you get the championship package, right? And you don't even get to keep it. You get to just wear it, right? It's like a tiara sash for bachelor.
Right.
Like men get to do what, right? Nothing, right?
Yeah.
You put a belt like this on your.
You feel like the man.
Yeah, you feel like you're in
You
the
are flexing.
WWF, dude.
Yeah.
So we recently had Brody Jenner, DJ Brody and Devin Lucian. dope, super nice guys, man. They're so fun.
Yeah, we just had them here a couple
both of them are
weeks
so
ago.
good. Yeah.
They're so nice. Like, honestly, I wanted to hate Brody so bad.
Oh, he's such a nice dude. I've known him for like 15 years through Swayze and Cisco.
People think I have like a man crush. Yo, the guy is so nice.
Super nice.
Anyway, so I brought the belt out because I was like talking to the manager. She's like, "Oh, you want to wear it?" I was like, "Can I?" I was like, "All right." So I brought it out with me that night at Sapphire. This is 2 weeks ago, and then I was like, "Yo, Brody, you want it? You want to wear it?" And he's like, they all started taking. It just became a thing. I just passed it to everyone. Everyone's taking pictures. You know, it became a thing.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the night, the manager's like, "You want to keep it?" I was like, "I can keep it." I was like, "I don't want to keep it." I was like, I don't want to keep it. I want to give it to Brody." I said, "Brody, here you go." And then she's like, "You want one too?" I was like, "Absolutely."
Hell yeah, dude.
awesome.
That shit is sick.
We both had it. And we just started texting back and forth. We're like, "Here's mine. Here's yours."
We're the most obscure places you can take pictures of the belt together.
The new tag team champs.
Yeah. That's amazing,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. So he had it like in the cargo thing and like the airplane flying back to LA.
That's awesome.
Sick, dude.
It's like next to his like suitcase and it's like this, you know.
That's awesome.
Dude, I had so much fun. I went to see James a few weeks ago at Sapphires, and it was fucking, talk about a party, man. That was a fucking party.
It's crazy. And honestly, today is the 8-year anniversary of the day we started the party.
Wow.
Oddly enough.
One time.
Today,
Wow. That's amazing.
September 8th, 2013. So shout out to the OG guys.
Yeah, man.
Ruben Arnetta and Eddie Q. You know, those two started the party with me, with a few other people. But yeah, I'm the only day one person starting, still there, except for Gino, which you know, the man.
We had Ruckus on here a couple of months ago, and we were talking about the story of that night, that me, you, and Ruckus Super Bowl night, and I left my polo super exclusive sweater in the VIP room, and I got in trouble. And then what happened? Ruckus and I took Travie McCoy's Sprinter out all night around town.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have so many stories, man, from that.
Speaking of stories, all right, before we let you go, what is probably one of the craziest things you've seen in a nightclub?
I've seen $1.1 million spent in a weekend in Vegas. I've seen $32,000 spent on a Thursday in New York City. I've had crazy nights with celebrities that I can't really talk about.
No, we don't say names.
Yeah, we don't say names. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You know, I think my life's just crazy. Period. Like I'm not saying I will write a book at some point, but like the shit that I can talk about on the side, bro, it's like,
it's amazing.
It's just wild I see on like a daily basis that I just forget. Honest, I just forget. I'm not trying to flex or whatever, but like,
no, not at all.
Someone followed me around for like 1 week. They'll be like, "How do you do this?"
I've
actually
done that.
I don't know.
That's how we started this show.
Okay, so real recently, I had 11 Miami boys in town. I only knew one of them, Matt Nunez, and like they're all here, and those guys look hard. Like
I can only imagine.
Like their prime time is 5 a.m. You know,
yeah, their DJs go on at 5 o'clock in the morning.
They're like, we get 10K walk-ups at 5 a.m. and I'm like, we get off at 8. I'm like, dude, I'm in bed by 4:30. Like I can't.
No way.
I turn into a pumpkin, you know. But yeah, like we legit went out Tuesday, Wednesday, and during those Tuesday, Wednesdays, like between like Seville, Sapphire 39, Little Sister, Marquee. Like I went to Marquee for that, you know what I mean? Like because you know they want to go. I was like, whatever you guys want to. I drank 5 bottles of tequila in probably 3 days.
Oof.
But and not cheap shit like Clase Azul, like you know, like Reposado only. You know what I mean? Like so that's and then I wake up every day and I'm fine. Like it's
and he's at the gym, bro. He's working out in the court, man. I see you.
And to me that's wild because that's not normal.
No, you're not a normal man.
I am not a normal man. You're right.
We got one. I got one final question. This is a loaded question, and we really appreciate the time. This has been so amazing.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, James, for your time.
So, what direction, as New York being a city where a lot of other cities follow suit in terms of music, in terms of the size of the clubs, in terms of bottle service wise, what direction do you think nightlife will go in, music wise, club size wise, and bottle service wise?
Well, I feel like, you know, you have one hospitality group that is the King Kong in this industry, And so a lot of people do follow them, but I tend to work with the places that are more smaller, more intimate, like they don't have multiple venues. And like, and those are the things that I feel like are real. I don't know. I wouldn't say like, those are the trends that people want to go for, but like, it's just, I don't know. I just don't know how replicable those are. Whereas the bigger venues with the signs and the sparklers, those are the ones that people want to be like, because I feel like those generate money.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, you have people that go to nightclubs and you people who go to like more like downtown cool stuff. And I always tend to go to more downtown cool stuff. And not that I don't like the big room stuff. I just feel like for me, if I'm not working in that environment, I want to be more low key, like whatever. And the music is obviously quite different, as Jason knows.
Yeah.
It's like I love, like when I tell DJs like what to play in certain rooms that I'm in, I'm like, yo, find the dopest gay guy in the room and make him dance. Right. If you're doing that, that's you're doing the right thing. And I love that. Because if I want to go here like Drake, Migos, whatever.
Like you could go almost anywhere. Yeah.
I can go to any club. But if I want to hear like Dexter like plays like Roy Orbison, like You Got It. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? The fuck did this do? Chris Bachman plays some Hanson. I'm like, what? Mbop?
Like some old shit. We call that old shit DJ.
Yeah, Just Crow always plays Bohemian Rhapsody. He just plays it out. And I'm like, that's dope. Like I love that. I feel like that could also work in other cities if you can, do that type of like cool like room. It doesn't have. I mean, obviously you're not gonna have the models and all that stuff in most cities, but like if you can just do that and like have a good vibe and just curate it a certain way, I think that is the direction that like some places can go. Because like you don't have a huge overhead. You don't have
no.
You don't need a production value. You just need like a dope room and a dope DJ. And then dope people will come.
And that's what we're doing on Wednesdays here. I'm curating this party on Wednesdays, and it's been fucking killing it, man. It's been a really dope
come
party.
Out to Boston. Send me the Uber Black. I'm there.
Cool.
And in terms of bottle service, you think it's going to keep going the way it is, or you think we're going to change?
I mean, it's got to make sense, right?
Yep.
Everyone. I don't know how they do in Boston, but like everyone upped their prices up here. I mean, it's like not $800 for a bottle of Casamigos. It's $1,900 for a bottle of 1942. It's crazy, and a lot of people are paying it. I wouldn't pay it, but like, it's just wild that people are that thirsty or that eager to like, be at a place that they are willing to pay a price like that.
Well,
it's not like
you probably get that price in the exclusive spots easier than you would at a marquee, correct? Or a big venue.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, those, some of the commercial venues do have up prices, but yeah, I mean, you go to Casablanca, it's $800 for Casamigos, right?
Yeah. Even
Little Sister, which is a top group property, it's $1,900 for 1942. So like I said, I wouldn't pay it, but like people are paying it, and these minimums are they're going up. It's not like $1,500 minimums can get you in a club anymore. You have to be like $2K plus minimal to get a table. Because these clubs don't have. It's like supply and demand.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are all willing to spend $2,500. Like you got to start that conversation. Like it's like you got to start at that level. Otherwise, don't like. If I go to Casablanca because I have a client that really wants a table, I know for a fact it's going to be $2,500 or $3K off the bat.
Right.
I love that room too, man. That was the old Sway Lounge.
And the funny thing is, it's not a room that's like a bottle service place.
Not at all.
It's just weird. But like, if you want to pay, if you want in that room and you're not like to their whatever, like people could just walk right in, right? If you know somebody or you look the part, you have to pay that. But not only that, but they don't even take people they don't even take tables like they don't know. So I have to vouch for every table I send in, and they have to know it. That's so like, again, if you have 12 tables, right, or 10 tables on a Friday night, you have a line down the freaking block, like they can cherry pick who they want in terms of like who can get a table. That's what I always loved at Rose Bar. If I want to sell $1,000, $1,500 table, I just open the door and I'm like, you guys want to do a table? No? Oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, they're, to me, I look at them and I'm like, I take them if they do a table. Like, if not, cool, man, have a good night. You know what I mean? Like, people don't need to like be desperate in terms of like, I need your money. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that in New York right now.
I love that.
It's awesome. James, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Time,
James, where can they find you on social media?
James Hwang 42. That's HWANG.
Oh, well, really appreciate that.
Life is pretty crazy, so people will be exhausted just watching my stories every day like that.
It's hard to keep up with you, man.
Thank you so much for joining.
My brother.
All right, guys.
I love
I really
you, man.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
James. We'll see you on the 16th, brother.
You coming? Are you coming?
Maybe I'll bring Jeff London with me,
Ooh,
bro.
maybe I'll come.
Yeah, man. One time, James Hwang, bro.
You'll see what I do.
I love it. Thanks, James.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. Thanks again, James Hwang. We fucking appreciate you being on the show. I
That was
appreciate your
awesome.
friendship. Hopefully, we'll see you on the 16th of your big birthday bash. You got to get me a black tie, I guess, because I don't got one. Maybe you could give me one of those shirts.
Ooh,
Oh,
tuxedo t-shirt.
Tuxedo t-shirt coming in hot.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Breaking news from PNN, Positive News Network, with your host, Jeff London.
All right. Positive news this week, which we do sometimes, but we never give ourselves credit. This positive news is our 25th episode. Me and Jason made it a half a year.
Jesus. I love that.
Half a year.
Half a year of this
shows.
handsome man.
It's been pretty awesome.
Well, we only did half a year because of you guys that listen to us play this, talk this bullshit and enjoy it. So we appreciate you. So we owe all the credit to you guys.
And Hurley. Shout out to Hurley.
And Hurley.
Hurley's helping out. But yeah, shout out to Bonnie, Kelvin that pushed us. Shout out to my co-host Jason. I mean, it's been awesome.
Yeah, Jeff London and everybody at Big Night Media. We appreciate and love you guys so much and giving us this little platform that's amazing and
So,
to
yeah.
talk shit.
And it's been so much fun, and we're going to keep going. We're on
That's
to
it.
50.
Yeah,
We're on to 50.
one time.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Make sure you check us out on the promoter. He's the DJ. You can find Jason
I
at.
went too fast, yo. You can check me out at Jason Smith Music, y'all.
And find me at Jeff London _. Let's go.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Jeff London, DJ Jason Smith.
Here come the bang.